Om Shri Sai Ram, offering my most humble pranams at the lotus feet of beloved Bhagwan, dearest Swami, respected elders, dear brothers and sisters. Let me begin by taking you all back to 1972. The summer of 1972, in Vrindavan, Swami was sitting on his chair and next to him was a student. Swami turned to the student and asked him, "Do you know what your heart wants?" So, usually we feel that we are the best ones to know what our heart wants because it's our heart, right? But this boy, he just looked at Swami and he was wondering what is it that his heart wants. Swami said, "I will tell you. Go get me a piece of paper and a glass of water." Strange request, but this boy immediately rushed. He brought a tumbler, a glass of water for Swami, and he also bought a piece of paper. Swami took that piece of paper, he began to roll it. He rolled it into a pencil or a pen. And having rolled it like that, he dipped it in that glass of water. And then he put it into that boy's pocket. After a few moments, Swami told this boy, "Pull it out and see what is there in it." So he pulled out that roll which was still wet and he unwrapped the paper, he opened up the paper, and on that paper it was written in beautiful handwriting, "Grant me the strength to love you with all my heart. Grant me the strength to love God with all my heart." What a beautiful statement. And what is amazing is Swami said that this is what your heart yearns for. And this boy himself was not aware of it. This is what happens. Many times we ourselves are not aware of what is the innermost desire of our heart. We don't dive into the depth of the ocean. We remain only at the surface and we go up and down with the waves with our desires. We miss out what is at the bottom, the pearls, what is the innermost desire. And so beautiful this is. And this is so significant because when we think of the journey from I to Sai, from the lower self, from ego to the higher self, the supreme self, Paramatma Swami, it is like the journey of a river to the ocean, the merger of a river with the ocean. The river takes birth because of the ocean only. The water from the ocean evaporates and it rains somewhere, and from a spring the river begins. So the source is the ocean, but the destination also is the ocean for the river. This is the secret of the life of the river called the water cycle. This is the secret of our life too, called the birth cycle or karma cycle, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. And for this journey, this prayer is so important. Grant me the strength to love you with all my heart. Let's look at this journey from I to Sai as the journey of this river, as the beautiful stages of life that has been described in our scriptures. The first stage, the river springs forth, the birth. It comes from the mountain tops, the hilltops. That's where usually all the rivers take birth, from a spring. It springs forth. It is tiny, it is gurgling and moving fast. So much of energy, so much of enthusiasm. It is still small and it doesn't care for any obstacles. It moves over rocks, it moves over everything, rushing down in high speed. The first stage in our life is like that, full of energy, and we are free, we are so happy, we are so enthusiastic, we have the best of health, we have everything good going for us, no responsibilities. Like that stream running down the mountain. If we actually map a river's journey, say that a river takes, say if we can map 1 liter of water that is moving in the river, if we look at that water, it possibly covers more than 1/3 of the journey to the ocean or the sea in less than 1/10 of the time. And which is that 1/10 of the time? The beginning phase. Because that time it's moving with such great speed, it covers great distance. And that is the reason why we should begin our journey of life also with great enthusiasm and energy right in the beginning. That is why Swami would say that in the children, put in faith of God, faith in God and love for God. That is most critical, that is most important. Without that, the whole life becomes purposeless. That is why in our scriptures, this first phase of life is called Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya means that phase in which we focus only on Brahman. Brahmacharya, the first stage. Brahmacharya means to follow or seek Brahman. That is the meaning of Brahmacharya. It doesn't mean celibacy, it doesn't mean strict disciplines. Once we understand the spirit, then all the rituals make sense. Why it is said celibate? Because your focus has to be only Brahman. Nothing should deviate your focus from the Brahman. Because this is the stage where you are taught that remember you have taken birth so that you can seek Brahman. Nothing else matters. Focus only on that. Get that focus right. This is like in our maps, Google Maps or Apple Maps, we put our final destination. The destination is very important. Without that destination, you can simply keep moving around in the vehicle and reach nowhere. We may have fun during the journey, eat, drink, sleep, make merry, everything. But if we don't reach the destination, it's pointless. But if we reach the destination, even if we don't drink and don't make merry during the journey, it's alright because we have reached the destination. So what we do along the journey is good, fine, it's okay. But we have to ensure that we are headed towards the destination. And the Brahmacharya stage is when we are taught this is the destination. That is why Swami would catch us young. He would come and speak to the students. He would ask, little boys, tiny tots, little girls, how many brothers do you have? Swami, 3 brothers. No, everybody is a brother. Oh, okay. Swami will come back after 3 days, catch that same child. Hey, how many sisters do you have? Swami, no sisters. Hey, all are sisters. Oh, okay. Now, okay, I got it, I understood. So that is the secret. Just tell all for everything, all. Swami comes next. Hey, child, how many friends have you got? Swami, all are friends. No, God is your only friend. God is your only friend. Swami would keep emphasizing this. And I would sometimes wonder, Swami, what is the use of teaching the child? No, it has to be set in that stage, the Brahmacharya stage. It is not about, as I said, only celibacy and disciplines. Celibacy and disciplines are a byproduct because Brahmacharya means to focus on God. Why? Because this is the stage where, like the river, we can move the maximum distance. Move it maximum in the right direction. There's maximum speed, there's vitality, there's energy, there is enthusiasm. Everything, when we look at how Swami's school, Swami's hostels are programmed, how Swami did that, how Swami trained the students, everything that the students did, whether it's a drama, whether it's academics, whether it is sports, everything is done to make Swami happy, to see a smile on Swami's face. I remember during one sports meet, there was the jeep stunts that was happening. And the students who were doing jeep stunts had practiced so much for it. And it so happened that year that as the jeeps came onto the ground to do their performance, it's just a 10 minutes performance. They have slogged and practiced for weeks just for that 10 minutes in front of Bhagwan. And as they come onto the field, Swami rises from the stage, receives Arti, sits in the car and leaves. So here on the ground, the devastation, they are devastated. They are not even able to put it up in front of Swami. It's over. I was feeling so bad. I was not part of jeep stunts, but I was feeling very bad. Later on, what happened was, that is where it got left in suspense. So I went and saw these students were sitting and they were not sad. They were playing carom board and they seemed pretty fine. So I just went to one of them and said, brother, I know it was very tough, right? Why it was tough? No, I mean, you must have felt very bad. See, brother, momentarily we felt bad. But then we realized that we are doing sports meet to make Swami happy. If Swami is happy watching us perform, so be it. If Swami is happy not watching us, so be it. As long as Swami is happy, we are fine. I was just stunned. I was just thrilled. It was amazing. This kind of equipoise, this kind of equanimity, people struggle at the end of 8 years in life, they don't get. Because the focus is Brahman, because the focus is Swami, wow, here are teenagers who are able to take the blow of great disappointment with absolute calm, playing carom board after that. This is fantastic. This is the kind of focus that we require at the young age as the river flows down. There was a time when, always Swami's car is chased by the students. Not just students, devotees, everyone. But sometimes the devotees are not aware of Swami's movement. Students get to know. So students are running behind Swami's car. On one occasion when this happened, Swami just happened to mention to the Vice Chancellor at that time that, look at this, how indisciplined, how they run like this. Swami made a comment. The Vice Chancellor took it very seriously and took it upon himself to ensure that this doesn't happen ever again in future. He went and lambasted the students, lambasted the boys, told them that this is nonsense. What sort duty, devotion, discipline? Devotion cannot justify a lack of discipline, and he blasted them. That's it. That was done. You know what happened? The next time when Swami set out in the car, nobody was chasing the car. I think Papa Bhiti overcame Daiva Preeti, or whatever. I'm just joking, but that's what happened. And Swami himself seemed to be surprised. He asked, hey, what happened? Swami Vice Chancellor said that they should, no, I just mentioned they should run. They should run behind me. The sole purpose of students coming here is for God. Now, Swami didn't say this elaborately, but Swami said, no, don't stop them. Don't stop them from running behind Swami's car. Why? Because the sole goal of becoming a student there, the sole goal of going to Puttaparthi, the sole goal of going to pilgrimage, going anywhere, is to achieve Sai. If that is not there, then nothing else matters. So that's it. As this happened long before I joined the college, but I know that even when I joined the college, we used to run behind Swami's car, so that practice was not stopped. Because that is what this first stage of life, this early phase of life is all about. Going behind God, learning that the sole goal of my life is God. And even if Swami appears to put up challenges, right? Those challenges are also put up so that you learn to overcome those challenges and achieve God. It is not simply that it is put. I remember the experience of Brother Pushkaraj Gumaste. Brother Pushkaraj Gumaste was a part of a gang of 5 students. I'm saying gang because they were a little bit notorious. They would scam the lines, avoid the lines, and somehow go to the front and sit in the front always. Always sit in the front. Try to get front seats because there are lines that come from the hostel. As the students come, they wonder, hey, how is this the front positions? Always these guys are there. Somehow or the other they'll manage. They by hook or by crook, going from back, going some way or the other, they would manage to come up front. One day it so happened that when they were sitting there, Swami came early for darshan. Swami never comes early or late. Swami is always at the perfect time. So God's timing is perfect. Never late, never early. It's always done with some purpose in mind, and Swami came perfectly on time, but as per human standards, it was early. And nobody else was in mandir. Only these 5 boys are there. Swami saw. Swami asked, what happened? How you came? Swami, nothing. No answer. Swami went, completed the darshan round. By the time he completed darshan rounds, other students had come. Swami sternly called for the principal and the warden. And Swami said, what is this nonsense going on? Absolute indiscipline. These boys, you, Swami picked them up, made them stand up. Whole world could see. All the other students felt very happy. These campsters, they deserve it. Swami said, all of them coming, how? I want to ensure that this doesn't happen again in future. And Swami stormed into the interview room. That's it. Warden made a note, the teachers made a note, everybody made a note. No way these guys can come front again. After some time, the interview room door opened again. And Brother Pushkaraj Gumaste narrated this so beautifully. Swami calls these 5 in for interview. And Swami then starts to laugh. Swami says, So, I trapped you, right? I got you caught. And then, with a serious face, Swami said, if you love Swami, now come front and show now. Now come front. See, that is it. Obstacles are put. When the stream moves down the mountain, there are big boulders. Have the energy, have the enthusiasm, have the passion to go over it. The same Swami who instructed the warden, instructed everyone that these people should be kept special attention on. They should not be coming front like this. Swami calls them and says, if you love Swami, now come and show. Come front. I want you to come in the front. Arey, God is happy when the devotee yearns for him. He feels so happy when his people, when his children come to him. But he wants to see how much do they yearn for him. Do they like him or do they love him? Is he the second priority or the first priority? If we don't give God first priority, we give him no priority at all. No. Brother Pushkaraj is wondering, how can I go front? He is targeted. Geotagging is going on. As the last class in college gets over, the warden wants to know, where is Pushkaraj? Where has he gone? He's fine. Oh, okay, stand in lines. How do I go? And then he had to work his way through. It took a lot of time. But here's a summary of what he did. He noticed that some of the students who used to be injured or sick, they had to miss darshan, right? So he volunteered to take them for darshan. How? He said, there's a cycle. On that cycle, bicycle, I'll make them sit behind and I'll take them. If their leg is fractured, hand is not fine, I'll take them to the mandir. Let me do this seva. And so he began. And as time passed, this seva developed. It became a nice thing. Now, all the students were also happy that even if we are sick, we need not miss darshan. And after many months of this seva, everybody in the hostel who used to feel envious or who used to feel angry or upset with this boy are now so touched. They feel so happy. In fact, one day the warden comes and tells, hey, you're taking the boys, no, they're all sick, papam. You take early, go little early. They're anyway in the hostel, they're not attending college. So come little early from college and take them, because it takes you time to make these trips. And so, right royally, officially, he could leave 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour before everybody left. He would, with permission, royally walk out of the college before time, into the hostel and into the mandir before time, and sit in the front. The difference was, now nobody was feeling upset with him. Everybody was happy with him. And Swami was so happy. Swami wanted to see when people ask, do means justify the ends or ends justify the means? Both have to justify each other, because what is the ends? What is the final? The final goal is dharma. And the means too has to be dharma. We can't use adharmic means to get to a dharmic goal. Gone. We won't achieve a dharmic goal if we are dharmic. So there's nothing like that. Can I use any means to achieve dharmic ends? No. The goal is dharma. The journey also has to be dharma. That is what Swami seeded into this boy. And Swami said, now I am happy. He has risen to great levels professionally, personally, and definitely in Swami's heart as well, because he was one of those farm boys. But look at this, so beautiful. This is also, as it's mentioned, the first stage. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, the Dharma stage. You are taught in the Brahmacharya that Dharma, your Dharma is to seek God. Atma Dharma is the only Dharma. All other Dharmas are subservient Dharmas. They will come. They are all derived from the Atma Dharma only. How a husband should behave with wife, how a father with child, how a teacher, everything is derived on the basis of Atma Dharma, which says that basically, fundamentally, you are the Atma. That's it. That is Atma Dharma. You are Atma and so is everyone. Everything is divine. And you need to realize this. Divinity inherent in everything. That is Dharma. That is the first wheel in progress. Swami says Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. The Chatur Vida Purusharthas. The 4 goals of life. Dharma. Yes, this is your Dharma. That is what is taught during the Brahmacharya stage. In fact, another story that is possibly hitherto unknown. When Swami started the music college, Swami revealed to the then registrar Lakshmi Narasimhan sir, and he revealed it to just one student, and I am grateful to Swami that I got to hear that story. Where Swami said, see, I started the university with the goal that boys and girls, my students will yearn for me. But somehow that doesn't seem to be happening. This is in the 2000s. Swami said, no. So many things have come now, courses, academics. When Swami started, it's interesting to know that when Swami started the education system, he didn't set up a college and school first. He set up a hostel first. Students would go to some other college. Doesn't matter where you study. Doesn't matter what your academics are. Really, dear brothers and sisters, it doesn't matter at all. What matters is, do we have love for God? Swami says, a monkey jumped across the ocean. That is the glory of the Lord. And I am telling this with personal conviction. Doesn't matter what you study. I studied BSc Bioscience, MSc Chemistry, MBA Marketing. Then joined Media Radio Sci. I am very happy in my life. I have no regrets. If I have to lead my life once more, I will lead it exactly the way I have led it so far. That is what God's grace can do, because that is what is important. And Swami said, so that is, back then to the registrar, he said, that is why I am planning to start a music college, because music is the royal highway to God. Swami is always wanting to get the devotee onto the path to God. That is the sole objective of the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. The higher learning is not about BSc, MSc, it's about Atma Vidya, the highest learning. That is what Brahmacharya, the first phase of the river, that is all about. And as it rolls down the hills and valleys and it enters the plateau and the plains, the river now enters the second stage, where it starts to grow. When we look at river Ganga, the Ganges, it starts off as Bhagirathi, named after Bhagiratha, who brought her down. But brought her down from the heavens to the earth. That's what I mean, brought her down. That story is well known, how Shiva received her in his matted locks and released. So Bhagirathi meets Mandakini, meets Alaknanda and becomes Ganga. Now Ganga is formed by different rivers, different tributaries joining. So that we have heard, right? So then from Brahmacharya, when we are taught that your Dharma is to seek Brahman, the only goal of life is Brahman, and once you know that that is firmly entrenched in you, now go ahead and do anything in your life. Go ahead. No problem. As long as you know that this is the destination. It's like once we sit in an aircraft or once we sit in the train, you know your destination. Now along the journey, have fun. Yeah. You do bhajans, you sleep if you want, read some book, watch something, whatever. No problem. Remember that watching, having fun, entertainment, chatting, talking, relationships, friendships, these are not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to reach destination. But through the journey, you can do all of this as long as you know that you have to reach the destination. So then, with this preparation, the river enters Grihasta stage. Because yes, this is a time when different tributaries merge in it, right? Yes, a man marries a woman marries a man, children, family, responsibilities, all of this grows. The second stage of the river is when the river starts to grow. Swami says, expansion love. You can't remain limited to yourself. In the Brahmacharya stage, we are always thinking only of ourselves. That's it. No other cares, no other worries in the world. Now we have to start thinking about others, because finally we have to reach a level where everyone is divine and I have to love everyone. How can I love everyone if I can't love one other person selflessly? My spouse. How can I love everyone if I can't love 3 other people selflessly? My spouse and children. Children. That's why Swami would say you grow from 2-legged to 4-legged to 6-legged creature to 8-legged creature. Yes. You have to keep growing. You have to expand your circle of love like the river gathering. This is a stage of intense activity. Lot of activity. For what? We come to the other goals of life. After Dharma, it is Artha, Kama. This is the stage of Artha and Kama. Artha is wealth, Kama is desire. That desire to excel, to be the best. Swami always did this. I remember a time when this was narrated to me by a person who was present in this interaction between Swami and Sachin Tendulkar, the ace cricketer. He's a legend. He's considered as the god of cricket across the world, from India. Possibly the only cricketer, the only sportsman to have received Bharat Ratna, the highest civilian award in India. He had come to Swami. He had come to Swami when he was down in the dumps. 1997. 1997 end is when the Sathya Unity Cup match happened in Puttaparthi. So that is the time. Around that time was Sachin Tendulkar's introduction to Swami. If we look at his career also, he wasn't doing so well. And this person told me that Swami advised Sachin Tendulkar. Imagine Swami is giving Sachin Tendulkar not advice that give up everything, seek only God. No. That is for the Brahmacharya stage. Now this is the Grihasta stage. Possibly when you are about 25 years of age to about 50 years of age. The first quarter of your life is like the Brahmacharya stage. Then the next quarter. These are all approximate. I am not saying that it's 25 years exactly. But then Swami told him, see, the problem with you is you are batting based on the bowlers. No, don't bat based on the bowler. Don't look at the bowler and decide how you have to bat. Bat based on the kind of ball they put. In cricket, the bowlers throw the ball, they put the ball. Swami said, play the ball on merit. Don't play based on the bowler. Play based on the ball. Such a simple advice, but greatness and genius lies in simplicity. If we look at Sachin Tendulkar's career, 1998, you can go and check it, is the best year for him in terms of his performance. It just shot up. He had many health issues and all coming up after that. But following Swami's guidance, holding on to Swami, 1997 he has come. He played till 2014. Good 16 years he played after that. Because this stage you have to achieve, you have to excel. Swami will not be satisfied with lesser. I remember the experience of Dr. Valluvan Jeevanandam. Dr. Valluvan Jeevanandam, currently in the University of Chicago. But back then, in 1998, again coincidentally it's 1998, somehow both the Grihasta stories that I want to tell happens to be 1998. He was at the Temple University in Pennsylvania. And the Temple University in Pennsylvania, he was the director of heart transplant. It used to do the maximum number of heart transplants across the world. And he was the director of the department. Just imagine. That is the pinnacle that you can wish to achieve. And that was the foremost university, foremost institution leading in the world. And he had plans to come to have Swami's darshan in 1998. He was to leave on a Friday, and on a Monday, he gets a call from the University of Chicago. The University of Chicago calls him and asks him, would he be interested to head the department of cardiothoracic surgery, cardiology, as well as heart transplant. Not just one, but 3 departments. And without even batting an eyelid, Dr. Valluvan Jeevanandam says, no, I'm very happy where I am. And I'm here at the Temple University. It is a temple for me. What I am able to achieve here is phenomenal. Why would I ever want to give it up? And then he comes to Puttaparthi. He comes to have Swami's darshan. And he is sad to know that when he has come here, he used to visit Puttaparthi to do surgeries in the super speciality hospital. He would do surgeries there, and all his experiences with Swami, many of his experiences with Swami have happened when he was serving there. He got to know that Swami was not at Parthi, he was at Vrindavan, so he felt sad that, oh God, I'm not going to have daily darshan. But then he got a message that Swami was telling that he should travel and come to Vrindavan one weekend and have darshan. He was so thrilled. He went there, And Swami calls him for an interview along with his parents and with family, calls him in. He's so thrilled and happy. But even as he's entering the interview room, Swami tells him, "You're going to Chicago, right? I sent you a nice job from Chicago." He has not told anybody this. And he's like, oh. No, why would he want to go to Chicago? So that was like a sore point right in the beginning. And throughout the interview, he tried multiple times to tell Swami that, "Swami, I'm actually in the best place of my life possibly. Life can't get better for me." We think like that. This is best Swami, I don't want anything else. Life can't get better. Arey, who are we to know? Swami knows. Swami didn't relent at all. Swami kept telling, "I have given you a job at Chicago, you have to go. I have given you a job at Chicago, you have to go. I have to go to Chicago, go to Chicago, go to Chicago, go to..." Swami, please, no. Swami, he's trying everything, just could not. And when he came out of the interview room, he was just convinced that Swami wants me to go to Chicago. And Swami says he has sent this. So he goes and puts his papers at the Temple University. Immediately they offer him a remuneration that is so high in comparison to what, actually if he is going to the University of Chicago, in terms of remuneration, it's going to be a downgrade. But Swami has said, and with utmost faith in Swami, he went ahead, he went there. And the department of heart transplant and cardiothoracic surgery was in disarray, complete disarray. And he had to work. He slogged and slogged and slogged. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, 11 years, 12 years. And yet, nothing much seems to be happening. He's going on building just because he said, "This is what Swami has given me, I'm going to do it." 14 years. That is the time Rama spent in exile. The Pandavas spent in exile. In 14 years, suddenly things start happening at lightning pace, at the speed of thought. That is the Lord's will. And in no time, the University of Chicago becomes the world's top in heart transplants. In fact, today Dr. Valluvan Jeevanandam is known as an expert in high-risk cardiac surgery. Cases that nobody else takes up, the University of Chicago takes up under his leadership. The kind of people nobody will care for, Jehovah's Witnesses, poor people who have no insurance possibly, this hospital helps them. The realization that came to Dr. Valluvan Jeevanandam as he spoke during the Sathya International Organization conference at Riverside, California in April 2023. It was amazing. He discovered that what Swami had achieved through him was something phenomenal, something much grander than he had thought. He was part of a great hospital. He had set up an entire great hospital and it was serving the people who are in the greatest need. So yes, this is the phase you pursue Dharma, Artha, and you pursue Kama. There's Kama, desire, you want to excel. But as Dr. Valluvan Jeevanandam realized, for what? Excel so that you can serve those who need. Service. That is the reason Swami did that. Didn't leave them. You go, you do, this is not enough. You are thinking you are doing a great thing. No, you can do greater. Swami pushes us. Achieve perfection. You got 98 and you are feeling happy. Where did you lose those 2? Get 100. Get outstanding. Strive for the best. And then use it to serve. Because dear brothers and sisters, we will realize that as the river is gaining tributaries and growing in size, this is the phase of the river that is the most magnificent. It is in this phase that civilizations across the globe, across the world, across time, across history have taken birth on the banks of a river. Every civilization, the Mesopotamian, the Greek, the Indian, the Indus Valley, any civilization that you see has taken birth on the banks of a river. The river supports civilization, the river supports life. That is the purpose for which it gathers all tributaries, it gathers and grows in size. No civilization has grown on top of a mountain. A stream cannot support a civilization. But once it comes and gathers tributaries, the Ganga nourishes India. The Indian heartland is nourished by Ganga physically, materially, spiritually and psychologically. And you will see the same with all rivers. That is the purpose of this Grihasta stage. To support. In fact, Swami says that the Brahmacharya stage, the Vanaprastha stage, the Sanyasa stage, all are supported by the Grihasta stage. The Sannyasis just beg around. The Brahmacharis do that. Who is supporting? All of them are supported by Grihasta. It's a great phase in life. This is the phase, even if you look at it from a worldly sense, pensions, all the pensions that are paid, all the student benefits that are paid out, everything is paid out from the earnings of the Grihastas. If no Grihastas, then other ashramas cannot survive. Because this is the phase of expansion, as I said. And expansion is not just in material assets. Expansion of the heart, expansion of love. Strive for perfection. I want to achieve the best. I want to get the best so that I can serve the best. I can be most useful to the world. That is the realization. That is the way the river goes. That is the way we should also grow. That is why when we have these energies, we should participate. We should participate in everything. Recently the Satsang International Organization held amazing medical camps in Benin and Nigeria. Many of my friends did not even know that a country called Benin exists. Sadly, it is a very, very, very poor country. And it is in desperate need of medical service. You should watch this video on Benin and Nigeria medical seva that is done. So beautiful. Dina dukhiyon se prem karo, mera sai prasanna hoga. Just thinking about that video that I saw, I get tears in my eyes because so beautiful is this seva going on. This is what it is. These are doctors, medical people in the prime of their career, earning very well, doing very well, very proficient. Why they are becoming that? So that we can serve our Sai better. And how do I know that? Because in the Brahmacharya stage we have been taught that anything in life, the most important, the only thing that matters is Sai. And therefore when I do well in my profession also, it is for Sai. It's so beautiful. The same team of doctors with more than 100 plus medical people did seva recently at Fiji. Fiji, a 7-day medical camp. Traveling at their own expense, all medicines free, highest quality, tertiary kind of medical care free, phenomenal, amazing, superb. Sometimes, I used to feel like, Swami, if I cannot directly participate, I'm not a doctor, but I will try to support. Can I contribute my time? Can I contribute my resources? Can I contribute my energy? I will speak about it. That's why I'm going to speak about it. Because Swami, I want to tell everyone, some way I want to serve Swami. If not as Hanuman, as Sugriva. If not as Sugriva, as Jambavan. If not as Jambavan, as that little squirrel. But I want to be there, building your bridge, Bhagwan. I want to be there. I want to drop a few grains of sand. No problem, but I want to drop, Swami. I want to do for you. I want to be there when you build the bridge. That is the passion and fervor. That is the reason why we accumulate power, we accumulate resources, we accumulate everything. This is a stage. The river also accumulates because it has to give birth to civilizations. It is wrong to think that we have to achieve excellence and perfection. We say, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Krishna did not tell us to give up efforts. Swami doesn't tell us to give up efforts. Put efforts continuously. Strive. In fact, in one beautiful discourse, every discourse of Swami is beautiful. Swami says, Krishna said, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. He did not say na phaleshu kadachana. So it doesn't mean give up the fruits of action. No. Because if it is give up the fruits of action, it should be na phaleshu kadachana. Why did he say ma phaleshu? And Swami explains in that discourse how Krishna tells us that we have to give up the desire for the fruits of action. Don't set a high goal. Set a goal. That's why we have set a goal that for the Sri Satsang International Organization, we will plant 1,000,000 trees before Swami's 100th birthday. Strive for it. We may achieve 1.5 million. Very happy. We will not feel proud. Humbly will offer it to Swami. We may achieve only 900,000. No problem. We will not feel dejected. We will offer it to Swami. Because I have given up the desire for the result. But the result is there to guide me. I want it. I want to achieve. Try to make it 5 million if possible. Yes. It is not na phaleshu, it is ma phaleshu. I will not give up the result. I will give up the desire for the result. Therefore, I will try to achieve the highest and offer it to Swami. Offer the 1,000,000 trees to Swami. Offer the medical camps to Swami. Whatever we are doing, we offer it to Swami. We often think that when we decide to give up everything for Swami, Swami, you take everything, Swami will be very happy. There is a stage in life to do that. But not the Grihasta stage. This is the stage you have to grow so that you can expand your love. I remember how Mr. Ryuko Hira, the richest Indian in Japan, even the Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, knows him. Amazing person who works silently in the background. Phenomenal devotee. When Swami had announced the drinking water supply project, he decided that we should somehow raise funds for this, not by soliciting funds, but by spreading awareness, letting people know. Just like now I shared, right, about the medical camps. Yeah, let people know. If they feel inspired, they will participate in some way or the other. It's not about their funds, it's about their participation. They can give energy, time, resources, inspiration, anything. So he said one of the ways, of course, is funds, when people give funds. So he said that they had traveled to many countries, they shared about this, and he says we got a lot of applause but didn't get sufficient support. So he comes back to his wife and tells her that, you know what, I feel that I let down my Swami. So why do we need all this business, everything? No need. Let's do one thing. Let's sell off our house. At that point in time, his house was valued at $20 million, I think, if I'm not mistaken. This is more than 3 decades ago, 1990s, early 1990s. So he decided, let's do that. And let's offer $20 million to Swami as our love. He decided to tell Swami about this. It takes some time. You can't immediately sell off the house. It's not like a small thing, right? He put it up for sale, and when he was with Swami, he informed Swami that, Swami, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm doing. Swami said, hey, Dunnapota, hey, you fellow. My child, no. Swami told, tell me, which mother will feel happy if the child says that he'll stay in a rented house? No, I don't want. I don't want. There will come possibly a time in our lives when we have to give up everything, but this is not the phase now. This is a time to grow so that you have the power, energy to serve. That is, both are important. Both are important. In the beginning, we forget. We pursue kama, desire, relationships, and artha, money, with such single pointed attention, forgetting for what we are accumulating this. We should not forget. We should remember. We should be like the river. The next comes the Vanaprastha stage. The Vanaprastha stage. By this time, as maturity comes, we start realizing the inner significance of these 4 stages in life, the Purusharthas, the Chaturvida Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Swami has so beautifully put it. Swami says, these are like 4 tires of the car. But they are not individual, isolated. It is not Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Swami says, like there are 2 front tires and 2 back tires. It is Dharma, Artha and Kama, Moksha. So beautiful. It is not Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. It is Dharma, Artha and Kama, Moksha. Meaning, earn Artha, earn wealth for Dharma. The Dharma that you are taught as a Brahmachari, as a student, as you were studying, you were taught That the ultimate goal in life is God. So earn wealth to serve God. And Artha is not just monetary wealth. Everything, your talents, the skills, abilities, influence, power, everything. Gather it, of course, for Dharma. Otherwise, we'll end up like Duryodhana, gathering power, money, everything for Adharma. The Lord will have to destroy. Gather it. And it is towards the Vanaprastha stage that we understand that this wisdom dawns on us. Hey, Dharma, Artha. Artha is for Dharma and Kama should be only for Moksha. All other desires should become subservient to the ultimate desire of achieving oneness, union with the Lord. Kama Moksha. To get Moksha. To become one with God. To get liberated from this body bondage. In order to do that, there are many things that we need to do. So, yeah, those are the other desires. I want to do all these other desires, come under the umbrella, come under that primary desire that I want to achieve Him. I want to achieve Swami, His lotus feet. That is what it is. That is how we reach the Vanaprastha stage. If we look at the river, what happens? As the Ganga flows, it, as I said, it supplies civilizations, it builds all of these. But as it starts going ahead, as it starts reaching towards the sea, just as in the previous stage there were tributaries joining the river, now distributaries start breaking out from the river. From a practical sense, this is when we start writing our wills, we start planning to distribute. Yes, but when we think of this, let us not be narrow in our thinking of only my child, no, very broad-minded. And let me share the example of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, former President of India, great devotee of Bhagwan. Swami used to come out and tell, today Kalam had come, and Swami was so happy because the first time he came, apparently he told Swami, Kalam aapko salam karta hai. I remember having done an entire video on Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's love and devotion to Bhagwan. But this APJ Abdul Kalam, amazing. When he became the President of India, the first thing that he did, well, you see, when you become a president in India, when you become the country's president, from that moment on, all your needs, food, clothing, housing, travel, everything is taken care by the country. Because you are the first person of the country. You are the first citizen of the country. And not just when you are president. It's different from the American president. In the Indian president, in India, the prime minister is most powerful, but president position holds great dignity and respect. Once you are a president, for life you are a president, because these privileges continue throughout your life. You will be always taken care of. Your food, your shelter, everything. And so, the day he became the president of the country, he immediately broke all his deposits. He took off all his investments, all whatever. It was not some huge amount, but whatever he had, everything, just donated it. He said, why do I need? The country is there to take care of me. Why do I need all this? Gave it off. Donated it to charitable causes, donated it for the nation. Nothing he had. In fact, they say he had just 3 pairs of dresses with him. That's all. That's all. That is the Vanaprasthi. That is the Vanaprasthi. As we move ahead, the river starts distributing. It starts breaking into. Again, why? Again to serve. See, the distributaries of a river also go and fertilize different areas. Go and support life in other places. So instead of one huge branch of a river, it breaks into so many and goes. That is why this kind of distribution and breaking away is good in the Vanaprastha stage, not in the Grihasta stage. Grihasta stage, you get tributaries. Vanaprastha stage, you get distributaries. How beautiful, right? How beautiful. How superb. How lovely our scriptures, how lovely our Swami has made it. This is the time, and when I say give up, it's not just about giving up our material possessions, giving up all attachments. I remember the experience of Shri Kamavadhani Garu, a great Vedic scholar. Swami held him in great esteem, respect. One interesting thing that was narrated by a certain Chidambara Krishnan. His book is available only in Tamil and I don't know, limited copies in English as well. Phenomenal experiences with Swami in the 1960s and 70s. maybe earlier than that as well. So Chidambaram Krishnan was an extremely wealthy gentleman, but he happened to be from one of the lower castes in India. At that time, caste system was a little more prevalent and all that. Now Kamavadhani Garu, being a Vedic scholar, a true Brahmin, because he is in search of the Brahman, he would have a very strict schedule. When to wake up, what prayers, his own food, it has to be made in a particular manner, sattvic food. If that cannot be done, he will just have falaram, which is fruits, that's all. So Chidambara Krishnan, when Swami had agreed to visit his home and he got to know that Kamavadhani Garu is coming, he felt that, oh God, none of us can cook for Kamavadhani Garu. So he had kept a nice silver plate with all fruits, that's all, fruits for Kamavadhani Garu. And Swami comes and sits, and Swami served his plate and the food is served to Swami. And next to him, Swami sees that Kamavadhani is sitting, Kamavadhani Garu, and having fruits. So Swami looks at Chidambaram Krishna and asks, what? He says, Swami, it's Vedic priest, Swami, so fruits. Then Swami looks at Kamavadhani Garu and says, Kamavadhani, what is good enough for Swami, isn't it good enough for you? The greatness and the humility of the man, Kamavadhani Garu, immediately pushes away that silver plate and tells Chidambara Krishnan, get me another plate. Serve everything what Swami is eating, serve that to me, I want to eat that. Such a great man, salutations to him. Instantly, he just let go. To hell with all disciplines, to hell with everything. The ultimate purpose is to reach the Lord. The Lord is telling it doesn't matter. And you know how Swami showed his appreciation for this instant detachment that Kamavadhani Garu showed? From that day onwards, whenever Swami took Kamavadhani Garu anywhere, Swami would personally supervise what is the food Kamavadhani Garu had to eat. He would go and tell, hey, don't serve simply normal food. It has to be cooked under these circumstances. It has to be cooked like this. It has to be made like this, or fruits. Swami would adhere to every little bit of orthodoxy and tradition that was needed so that Kamavadhani Garu wouldn't have to violate. Because Swami is not here to make us violate things. Swami is just telling us that I appreciate your discipline. I appreciate your discipline, but even in your discipline, just as in your duty or in your devotion, don't forget the ultimate goal is Swami. If once I know that you are ready to give up everything for Swami, then I don't mind adhering to everything that you do. Yes. Swami has no problem with us enjoying our wealth, enjoying our relationships, enjoying our geographies, enjoying the different things that life might give us. But Swami will always want to ensure and be confident that, hey, they are enjoying because it is there. But I know they are not attached to it. If that is gone, it's fine. So it's wrong to think that Swami wants the sannyasis not get married, not earn, not do anything, just sit, poverty stricken. No. Don't get attached to it. Just like it's not about giving up action, but giving up fruits of action, here also giving up means being detached. Doesn't mean that I have to actually break the house and Vanaprastha means I'll go to the forest. Nowadays, those many forests are only not there for all of us to go. If we all go to the forest, where will the animals stay? Animals will get extinct. Already they are getting extinct. That is why Swami would say, hands in society, heads in the forest. Heads in the forest meaning have detachment. Be detached. This is the stage to start distributing, breaking away. Again, breaking away is also a way of serving everyone. Just as gathering tributaries was also a way of serving. That is what it is. And this happens because we understand that Artha is for Dharma, Dharma Artha. And Kama Moksha, that desire is only for Moksha. So therefore, all the desires I have in life are all aligned like the dipoles in a magnet. They are all aligned towards that ultimate desire that I need to get Moksha. That is why I have Kama. Kama is for Moksha. Dharma, Artha is for Dharma. And what is the Dharma? As I said, Atma Dharma. That everyone is divine. I need to achieve realization, liberation, enlightenment, nirvana, moksha, whatever we may call it. Having done all this, the river enters its final stage. It approaches the ocean. It has completed the journey. It has sustained life. It has served. Paropakarartam vahanti nadyaha, Swami says. Rivers flow for paropakara, for serving others, and this river has fulfilled its life, served, and now ultimately reaching merger. But then, there also the Lord wants to see that, do you really want to merge? Are you happy and proud of all the achievements you have done till now? You have sustained life. You have breathed life into so many civilizations. You have supported people. You have helped people. You are great. You are a great identity. Are you ready to make the ultimate sacrifice of your own identity? You give up everything and do everything, but that identity, I did it. I did it. Are you ready? Are you ready for the ultimate sacrifice? And therefore, the ocean or the sea says, no, don't come. You remain as a river. You're doing great work as a river. That is why, we have legends, we have stories, we have so many things of people trying to live forever. Because they're able to do so much, they want to live forever. I can do so much more. So much having that. I want to be a river forever. So engrossed in the journey that I forget the destination. And that's why Swami also tells in his discourses that the ocean pushes away, the river fights, the ocean pushes, the river fights, the ocean pushes, the river fights. No, I don't want anything. Hey, you're great. No, I don't want. You're ultimate. I'll give you so many more thousands years. No, I don't want. I want you, I want you, I want you, I want you. In fact, one of the final scenes in the movie Annamacharya has composed kirtans and so many songs, listening to which people have had the darshan of Venkateshwara. They have got transported to Vaikuntha. And such Annamaya wants now enough. The river wants to merge in the ocean, comes up and tells, Lord, here, take all the kirtanas. I want nothing, give me merger. That scene is so beautiful in the movie. Lord Venkateshwara comes and tells him, Annamaya, why do you want to merge in me? I will give you eternal youth. Be Annamaya, you're great. You be there. Annamaya says, hey, Natana Sutradhari, Jagannataka Sutradhari, don't tempt me. I want you, O Lord. And then the Lord says, Annamaya, if you merge in me, who will sing for me, Annamaya? I need you. Wow. It's so beautiful. When I see that scene, I wonder whether Atma Nivedanam is higher or Sakhyam is higher. Swami says, in the beginning there was nothing. I separated myself from myself to love myself. It's almost like the Lord enjoys Dvaita. But we as humans want to merge in Him and we enjoy Advaita. And His entire life is this cycle of Dvaita and Advaita, where the Lord wants to enjoy love and He separates Himself from Himself so that He can love Himself. And we become devotee and we want to merge back into this Lord. That is the cycle of life. Just like that is the cycle of the river. The ocean goes, there's rains and comes in the river wants to get back to the ocean. The ocean wants to separate itself so that it can enjoy this love story, and the river wants to merge back into the ocean because I want to be back with you. So beautiful. That's all it is. The play of life, the drama of life, so beauty of life. And in this drama we enjoy everything. And this is that sannyasa stage where we give up everything detached. Not just material possessions. We are ready to give up our own identity. Doesn't care. I don't care about my name. I don't care about anything. Lord, I just want you. Having done all of this, this is the time to want this. If we have led our life, Brahmacharya, Grihasta, Vanaprastha perfectly, when the body is decrepit, when the mind is not able to function, when everything is gone, I am able to remember only God. Not feel my backache, not feel, oh God, I want this. I want to see my grandchild getting married. I want to see my great-grandchild's graduation ceremony. All these desires won't come. Because I have led my Brahmacharya, my Grihastha and Vanaprastha perfectly. I want Swami, 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 Swami. Even if Swami comes and tells, please you be there, I want you. No, Swami, I want you. That is the battle between the ocean and the river. The ocean telling you, be the river. I am so happy you have done so much. River saying, no, I did all of that so that I can come here. You can't take this away from me. I want to get back into you. That is so beautiful. reminds me of Seshagiri Rao. Seshagiri Rao was the first priest in Pathamandir. He used to do Arti to Swami. He used to do the Arti to Swami. He did even the Arti in the new Mandir, the Prashantinilaya Mandir that was opened in 1950 for almost 14 years. After that, he sustained a fall. He had severe damage to his body and all the doctors felt that his end had come. But at that time, though in severe pain, Shri Seshagiri Rao was in bliss. He was just chanting the Veda mantras, thinking of Swami. Professor Kasturi records in Satyam Shivam Sundaram that seeing him, he felt that I too must pass away like this, thinking of only the Lord and nobody else. Well, it's interesting. I remember making a video on this theme also as to how Kasturi Garu also passed away so beautifully. I will not go into that now, but Seshagiri Rao here, Kasturi feels how blessed he is. But then what happens? Swami comes to Seshagiri Rao's room and tells, Seshagiri Rao, where you are going? I have not yet stamped your visa and permission papers. You can't go. Today evening, I want you back in Mandir to do Arti. Come. It seemed very cruel from a human perspective. Here's a person who is struggling physically, not able to stand up, and here Swami is coming and telling this, not giving him liberation. Interestingly, that evening, Seshagiri Rao Garu is back in the Mandir to do Arti. Phenomenal. Power of the Lord's word. For 6 months after that he serves Swami. And then he falls terribly sick. He falls so sick, he starts suffering dementia, memory loss, everything. He is in a very reduced to a very pathetic state. So much so that his brother comes and decides to take him away, take him back, take him to Victoria Hospital in Bangalore, where possibly he can get better treatment. That time Swami comes and says, no, don't take him anywhere. I wanted him to finish working out the final karmas so that he's totally detached, so that he's ready to merge into me. I could have sent him 6 months back. Let him be here. Within days, dear brothers and sisters, within days, Seshagiri Rao Garu gains back. He's full back to the best of health again. Look at the miracle of the Lord. That was just karmic clearance. 6 weeks after that, he is in the best of energies and spirit and everything is good about him. Of course, there is that memory loss. But he's fully fine. Nobody can even believe that this was a person who people said that he would die 6 weeks back or even 6 months back. And when he's in that pink of health, when he's fully fine, one day Swami tells Kasturi, come, let's go and see Seshagiri Rao. He goes and asks Kasturi to get him 1 glass of milk. And he speaks lovingly to Seshagiri Rao, pats him on his hand, talks to him, strokes him, and then starts feeding him milk in the spoon. 1 spoon, 2 spoon, 3 spoon, 4 spoon, the entire glass of milk Swami feeds to him spoon after spoon after spoon. And there's tears of joy in Seshagiri Rao's eyes. There's a smile on his face. Swami gets up, walks to the door and tells Seshagiri Rao, you may leave. Within minutes after that, dear brothers and sisters, the river merged in the ocean. Swami says, the significance of the Arati. Seshagiri Rao used to do Arati, right? Swami says, the camphor that is there, we pray to Swami, we pray to God that may my life be like that camphor. Fragrant, pure, white. And what is the use? It is used to light up the Lord for all others to see. If you go to the temple, that's what camphor is used for. They light the camphor and gently do Arti like that. From top of the head to the tip of the toe like this. So that people can see the beauty of the Lord. And at the end of the Arti, if anybody wonders, who is it because of whom we could see the Lord, that camphor is no longer there because it's gone. It's gone. Nothing exists. Without any ego, I burn in my life to light up you, O Lord, and at the end I'm gone. I lead a fragrant life like that. And when the funeral of Seshagiri Rao was held, I'm sure that he did his final arti to Swami using his body as the camphor, burning for the Lord. His story becoming an indelible part of the Sai Bhagavatam. Because as Swami says in the Bhagavata Vahini, what is Bhagavatam? Bhagavatam is the Bhakta, Bhagavan and Bhakti. Bhakta is the devotee, Bhagavan is the Lord, Bhakti is devotion. Any story of devotion, any story of devotee, any story of Lord is the Bhagavatam. And with that, the river merges. The I has reached Sai. The Sa, Swami says Sa means divine. I has become divine because when Sa joins I, it becomes Sai. This is the journey, dear brothers and sisters, that we have to make from I to Sai as a fast running, energetic, enthusiastic stream to the ocean, not being satisfied with anything else. We should have that persistence and that passion that I will not rest till I get back to the source. We should always remember that throughout life's journeys, I need to serve others, I need to nourish life, I need to sustain everyone, I need to grow in my love, expansion love. Grow first, love my family selflessly, love my friends selflessly, love everyone selflessly. Finally, when I reach the stage of Sanyasa, I love everyone. Whole universe, samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. And finally, this kind of passion can come only when it's linked to God. Swami would say that a person went to a military hotel. A military hotel in India is a hotel where only non-veg food is served. And he asked, can I get some idli sambar? And when Swami would say this, everybody would laugh. Because Swami says that the waiter would tell, oh, you foolish fellow, outside there's a board that is put that military hotel. How are you coming and asking for idli sambar? How can you get? So also Swami says when man comes to this jagat, to this world, there's a board which says Anityam Asukham Loke, Anityam Asukham Lokam, meaning this world is Anityam, impermanent, is Asukham, is filled with sorrow. And Swami says, you come into this hotel and order for permanent happiness. You want Nitya Sukham. How can you get Nitya Sukham from something that is Anityam and Asukham? How foolish you are. Moodho, moodho, moodho. Pashyannapi na pashyati, moodho, moodho, moodho. Swami would say, you see and yet you do not see. You fool, you fool, you fool. For the river to sustain, not every river is able to reach the ocean because many rivers end up in ponds and lakes. Many rivers dry up midway. They do not have the sufficient water to reach the ocean. The water of love, the water of passion, the water of devotion. Many rivers do not have the waters that are sufficient to take it to the ocean. Only perennial rivers. The Ganga reaches because Ganga is a perennial river. It is fed always by the Himalayas. Only perennial rivers have the absolute guarantee of reaching the ocean. Only if our energy, our enthusiasm, our resources, our passion, our devotion, our dedication is linked to a perennial source can we achieve the ultimate goal. And that perennial source is not in this world because Anityam Asukham Lokam, that perennial source is Swami. And that is the reason why early in our life in the Brahmacharya stage itself we are taught Brahman, because Brahman is the perennial source. Dear Swami, we are all rivers at different stages of our life. As we flow in our energy and love towards you, may we attain ultimate merger, become one with you. Let us dissolve our identities and be in union with you. That alone is happiness, Swami. As you say, happiness is union with God. Grateful for this beautiful opportunity to contemplate and share the thoughts that Swami alone has inspired. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.